Damn, I really do have a lot of nice merch on here. That's crazy. Oh, my bad. Yeah, go check that out in the description. Go check that in the description. Fang Gang merch.
The Titan submarine that went down to tour the Titanic. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are familiar with this story. It's about the submarine called the Titan, okay, a very unique submarine, probably one of the only submarines in the world that can actually do this. But they went down about 13,000 feet to tour the Titanic wreckage in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with 4 tourists who paid $250,000 to basically take a trip to Davy Jones' locker. And I mean, who knows, probably maybe end up there. Okay. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100, just based off what we're hearing. Okay. In regards to the chance that these people will be rescued because the submarine got lost. Okay. The submarine lost communications with the main ship. Okay. And we really don't know where they're at. Okay. Now, there is a search team that is currently searching for them. And apparently there's a little bit of sign of hope. Okay. As apparently they've heard some banging noises, which apparently could come from the passengers in the submarine banging on the submarine hull so that they can be detected, which apparently is a thing. Okay. So we don't know, because some people are saying that most likely they imploded. Maybe there was a leak, they imploded, or they lost power completely. Either way, not a good situation.
The Titan, that was the name of the submersible that was going down to visit the Titanic with 5 people on board. It went missing on Sunday, and the entire world watched with essentially bated breath, hoping that there would be some miracle. Honestly, I was refreshing the page, reading everything that I possibly could read about it. The individuals that we assumed were trapped on board, we now know that they died in an implosion. Father and son, Sulman and Shahzada Dawood. There was a French diver, Paul Henry Nargile, a British businessman, Hamish Harding, as well as the OceanGate CEO, Stockton Rush, who were killed. Just want to first generally say this is such a horrific tragedy, and that there were people that were mocking this online. Oh, this is what rich people do with their money. Haha.
Yeah, nah, I don't think it should be mocked, even though I'm gonna wait to my segment. I'm gonna wait until my separate video. Fam, I don't think it should be mocked because it is a track, but there's some other stuff, fam, that I would love to add to the conversation. I would love to add to the conversation.
How can we become this heartless as a society that a 19-year-old boy loses his life? Now, the backstory we know is that young boy didn't even want to go on the trip. He was actually very fearful, but he did it for his dad, who was very into adventures, and because it was Father's Day. And he was just a university student, just a normal kid, and he's dead. And there are people that are laughing and mocking this. Is it fair to level some critiques? Absolutely. I definitely think that the OceanGate CEO, Stockton Rush, who unfortunately perished as well, everything that's coming out about him ignoring all of the signs that his submersible was not built to withstand that sort of pressure. It's disturbing. And it's disturbing because he sold these tickets to people that were unsuspecting, like this 19-year-old boy. This wasn't just a group of adventurers who were taking risks and exploring the underworld. Maybe
he played a game with other people's lives, bro. He played a game with other people's lives, and that's foul. I don't care what nobody say. That's disgusting to me. It's always going to be disgusting to me. I want to talk about this whole submarine. Did I say it right? The thing about the Titanic. Why y'all don't judge me? Don't judge. You see the smoke. Anyway, fam, it's a lot of fishiness going on with that, right? It just got revealed that the submarine imploded. And remember, we was looking for this for like a week. People was looking for this for like a week, and it was right here. They was like, where's that? We can't see. We have no idea where the ship is. It's right here. And literally it was right there. You telling me you couldn't hear the impact of the implosion? None of that. You can see the debris right there. None. When you went down, none. Right where? Right by where you supposed to be going? No. Okay. That sounds fishy to me. Sounds crazy. And I've seen a lot of people cracking jokes and try to make a mockery of it. This isn't funny. Right? It ain't funny. I'm all for humor. The situation, maybe you could pull some humor out of that, but a lot of people were doing things in poor taste and more so roasting the people that passed away. Like, you stupid because you're rich. Ha ha ha. And I'm like, nah, I think the owner was a foolito. I think that person, you could fry him metaphorically, cook him, roast him. That was dumb. He was warned multiple times and decided, hey, I'm going to jeopardize these people's lives, including this kid who didn't even want to go, but went because his father was like, hey, it's Father's Day. Come on, do it for me. And now that kid lost his life. So yeah, that's not funny. Right. I would say the element of the stupidity from the owner, that's laughable. Right. And he's a fool. And in fact, he's disgusting. I don't even think it's stupidity. I think it was just blatantly, I want to do it, so I'm doing it. It was more so greed. How much money they was making, how much one trip just to go see the Titanic and to come back up cost. How many people was going per trip, how many trips they did per day, even though none of this stuff is safe. Even employees are telling you, like, he was told it was not safe the entire time. Even they're coming out. I don't think it's really a eat the rich kind of thing, right? I don't think that's like, that's like, it's a trend right now. People have been saying that for years though, but for some reason, I keep seeing a whole lot of it within these like socialist and wokey communities. And like, I don't care how much money someone had, right? That don't mean they deserve this. That don't mean they deserve this at all, right? No. Just because they was rich? Nah, that's stupid and it's disgusting and it shows your bitterness. Life has been so mean to you that you're bothered. Oh no. Hold up. I had to stop this real quick just to let y'all know that I need you to hit the like button. Oh yeah. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Just check just now. Just check. YouTube be unsubscribing people or whatnot. Make sure that you sub and drop some comments. Put Fang in the comment sections. Let me know that you rock with me. Also, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. Helps me keep going. You never know, man. I might get canceled. You might come on here. I might be gone tomorrow. You never know. Check me out on Patreon to find exclusive content. You also get early access to a bunch of stuff as well. All right, back to the video with your anxious ass. What you know? Where you going to that you got to rush? Play the video. I got to wish the worst for anyone who's doing better than me. That's why you still where you at. Because you so dwelling on that bitterness inside you. You can't let that go. Life is what it is. I could cry 1,000 tears. I'm from the Bronx. I cry 1,000 tears. But I'm not going to. Ran out years ago when I was a baby. Now I'm a grown man. I got to handle what I got to handle. And I got to work hard to get out of whatever circumstances and keep pushing. That don't mean I'm going to be excited every time something bad happens to someone who's rich. That sounds disgusting to me. And it's not right. It's not right at all. It's foul. In my personal opinion, right? My personal opinion. I do want to point out one reason why I guess I have this. I don't want to act like I'm super moral and I'm like, oh, I care, because I don't. Okay, so let me just get that out the way. In fact, Eden and Beast Boy, cut this part out because I'm a curse. I don't give a fuck about this Titanic situation for real. Why, Beast Boy? Oh, people's lives were lost. Yes, that was foul. But in the words of Cameron, people, I'm going to say the clean version, pass away every day. I come from a neighborhood where this was happening regularly. No one shed any tears for any of my peoples. So I built up a tolerance of indifference to keep on moving, right? To keep on moving, right? To keep on pushing. There was a whole nother case that happened the same week where hundreds, maybe even more, all gone. They passed away. The media didn't even talk about it.
Just the other day, a boat with upwards of 750 people sank in the middle of the ocean. And this is probably the first time a lot of y'all are hearing about this. These weren't a bunch of wealthy people. They didn't have billions. As a matter of fact, most of them had nothing to their names. They weren't on a fancy expedition. They were on that boat because they were trying to escape the harsh conditions of their home countries for the potential of living a better life.
The media didn't mention it. When I said hundreds, it was more than hundreds. The hundreds were children on this ship that sank, that no one's talking about were hundreds of children who are no longer here. We care about the submarine on the Titanic. The truth is, we don't care. People pretend to. They like to pretend to because it makes them feel good. I truly believe that, and this is just my personal opinion, I can't confirm this to be a fact, that this is all a distraction. Why would they highlight this small submarine? Why would that get all the attention in the world? And then the hundreds of children on that ship that sank, no one says nothing. There's like no media coverage for that. But anybody want to talk about the few people on this submarine? Do you think it's because they're rich? I think it was because it got like the best clicks. I think that it was more of a money thing. I think it was more so business. Yeah, it was just a business move. I really do believe that, which is disgusting, in my personal opinion, fam. Cardi B spoke on the situation as well. Cardi B spoke on the situation and said that one of the people that I guess their family members passed away on this submarine, they were seen at a Blink-182 concert or some kind of concert. And Cardi B put out a statement saying, you shouldn't do that.
Hey, so one of the billionaires that's missing on the water from that submarine shit, one of the billionaires, their stepson, is at a concert, right? At a Blink-182 concert. And people is like, well, what is he supposed to do? Be sad at the house? Is he supposed to go look for himself? Yes. You're supposed to be at the house sad. You're supposed to be crying for me. You're supposed to be right next to the phone waiting to hear any updates about me. You're supposed to be counseling your mom and shit. Like, isn't it sad that you a whole fucking billionaire and nobody gives a fuck about you? Like you missing and motherfuckers is ready to shake dicks at concert. That's crazy. I'd rather be broke. I'd rather be broke than like and poor, but knowing that I'm loved. Like,
you should be home, sad, crying for me, doing nothing. I disagree. People grieve differently. Me personally, I grieve differently. I'm not going to go to a concert because I don't like concerts, but I am going to continue business. When I've lost a lot of people, what was it, 2 years ago? During the whole quarantine, I lost a lot of people, and I was live streaming, editing, and doing videos every single day. And people probably would look at me crazy, but then my family members who were also going through the same pain would pop up in the live chat. Yo, I see you. Keep going, bro. We know. And what they would pretty much tell me is they know this is what my grandma would have wanted. They know the pain that I'm experiencing. They know that this is how I work through it and grieve through it. Like, no one believed in me more than my grandmother. That's a fact. One of the last conversations we had before she passed was, how's YouTube? How's your fans? Do you think they're going to be here for the long run? Or are they trying to use you? My grandmother used to always like try to warn me of that. There's two things she always told me about is never be ashamed of being weird. And the second thing would be the people that will try to use you because they're disgusted out here in these streets, right? And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But yeah, right? When I lost a lot of people around that time. Right? And I built up a certain tolerance, and my way of grieving is different. I'm not going to sit here and be crying. You know, I feel like that on the inside, right? I would rather do something productive and try to make other people feel good because I'm not the only one going through something in this world. There's a plethora of my fans who are losing loved ones and people they care about too. Probably lost more than me, who are coming on here not to be crowd about the curse, to feel bad, but more so to take their minds off of things, right? And I feel like that's my purpose. So I work towards that. But it makes me view things a certain way. So when Cardi B made that statement, I like, Cardi, you got to stop. Like, you got to stop. You get a few wins with the court cases. You got Tasha K running around. Now you going crazy. You got to chill, man. People grieve differently. You don't got to be at home crying and not want to do nothing. Like, in fact, it's better for you to move around and do things. It's actually better. But tell me what you think in the comment section. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. Share the video. See you.